And today also you mentioned the discovery that we are the divine. Now, that tends to bring all sorts of connotations to one's thoughts start coming with what this means. Because God doesn't say, I'm God. Awareness doesn't say, I'm awareness. It just is. And just wanted to understand what you meant by that.
The only thing I'll say is that God does say, I am God. Awareness does say, I am divine, but doesn't say it in words. Awareness says, I am God. God says, I am God, I am divine, through its being. It says, in quotes, it says what it is. But it is not a dualistic saying. It is just a being.
Which is the I am that I am.
Well, it's beyond words. But this I am is the clue. If we follow. In ignorance, it manifests as the I am, or as the subject. I'll say that again. So through ignorance, when we take ourselves to be a body-mind, this is what ignorance means. Ignorance means we take ourselves to be something limited, the body-mind. So through this ignorance, in which we take ourselves to be a person, someone like Tom or someone like Arvind, and through this ignorance, the divine that we are seemingly takes the form of the I am, or the subject, or the witness. But when we go towards the I am, we discover that what I am is the eternal, birthless, deathless. That discovery is not made by Tom or by the mind. It is just a revelation of one, of what it is. It cannot be put into words.
So during the last week's question, you suggested that I try to abide as it's a dream. So I did that this week. And the best way to describe it is all thoughts, including the thought of being a body-mind, appear to the pure subject, whatever that subject may be. I've come up to that point. I mean, there is pure subjectivity to which the body, mind, and all the thoughts appear to. And you can't help but be the pure subject. Everything appears to pure subject, including the sense of being a body, mind. And so when the mind just is still, there's only silence. There isn't, there's still the doubt then comes back up. So I'm just.
So there's only silence, yes. And then if a doubt arises, then that's a disturbance of the silence. So we should turn away from the disturbance of the silence, which is an object, and relax and sink back into what we are, which is the silence. So this is just to be still as the self, as the subject. It's just to have a faith in the silence.
Okay.
It's not something that will help Arvind. It's not like, okay, if I go into the silence, I'm going to find something. It's just a letting go of the ego, the egotism, letting go of the grasping, the clinging nature of the mind, and letting go of the desiring mind, and falling back into happiness.
it really helped me to realize that thoughts were not conscious, and thoughts are chemical reactions, and you have a drink and you relax a bit, then the thoughts calm down. So thoughts are nothing but chemical reactions, and that really helped me just quieten the mind. But then once that happens, I'm just silent. I'm just like, and then the doubt is, where's this God? Where's this
That's
I am
it.
that I?
That's it. It's just the silence. That's it. So we need faith and patience. It's boring. You can say it's boring.
Yeah,
but what will
basically.
happen? Yeah, yeah. Because when often, if you've been attached to the mind, and when you first feel the silence, it's boring. It's just like blank. Yeah. But if you have faith in it, it would start to deepen. When you're ready, only when you're ready, it will start to deepen. It will start to reveal itself to you. It's like the drug addict who's always partying, and then they somehow they decide they want to be sober. They want to be free from the drugs. They stop taking the drugs, and they say, "This life's boring. This life's so dull. You know, it's not the same without cocaine and heroin and crystal meth and etc. etc." You know, they say, "Well, you know, where's the fun in life? Where's the joie de vivre? You know, where's the happiness of living? It was all in the drugs. That was much better. This is dull. This is boring. This is nothing." You know. But then, if you persist, it's like, actually, I quite like this. This is nice. This is more meaning. This is deeper. I never realized how rich life was, how beautiful life could be, how beautiful the present moment could be. It's a bit like this, you see. But you're not going to get there if you're impatient. But if you have faith, then it starts to reveal itself to you. If you start getting antsy and start saying, "Oh, well, come on, is this it? Come on. Where is this? What's happening now?" Then it doesn't reveal itself to you. There's that verse. There's that verse in Guru Vachakakovai, which it's very dated, but it likens the self to a demure bride. You may have heard me say this before. And the idea is that at a wedding ceremony, you've got this young bride who's very shy, very submissive. And when the bridegroom, the male who's going to get married, when the groom, sorry, is going to get married, when he looks at the bride, she sort of very shyly looks away, quite, you know, because she's so shy and so feminine, you know, and so timid. And when the groom, the man who's going to marry her, looks away, she looks at him and gives him his loving gaze. And there's a verse in Guru Vachakakovai that likens this. When we try and chase the self timidly shrinks back from us. When we look away, meaning the ego is no longer there. Then she, the self, looks at us, gives us her loving gaze, directs her loving gaze towards us. So I know it's rather old-fashioned and maybe not very politically correct, but it's also a very beautiful metaphor.
I'll try to be boring for a few weeks and come back.
Just relax. Exactly.